the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Burrow will throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Out of the gun, Griffin. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They go play action. Griffin. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Burrow. That pass is caught by Hardy. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now some of those big shots downfield. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You look at this Steeler defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Griffin. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Griffin. Completes this one to Meredith.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and 1, Griffin able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the ground, it's Ford. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, it's Thompson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Thompson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. On the ground with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Hendricks, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, here's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Finding Graham on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line?
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down now, Maynard, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run on 1st down. Maynard, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd down, Maynard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Burrow on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop. 180.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, we head up to our nation's capital. Check in on the Commanders at home in Landover. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. C.D. Lamb.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Ready. Left. 95.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Again, a run with Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle they go. Hendricks. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Burrow on play action. It's Graham again with the catch, just like the last play. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Hendricks. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. York now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd down now, Maynard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, check
They'll keep it on the ground. Maynard, and a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They give it here to Thompson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 7. They go with Thompson again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Maynard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Little pitch and catch caught by McDonald. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Burrow. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Second down and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
On first down, Thompson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
10 cycles.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Thompson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
32.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thompson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready. 60 reps. 60 reps.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knock, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 11, 53 ticks to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Escaping the pressure right, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They come up now on 2nd and 2. That's taken in by Knox, and he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Pittsburgh, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.